What's going on, everyone? We're finally here at the UFC 314 early card predictions. All predictions in this video are subject to change. The full card picks video will be on Friday of this upcoming week. But I wanted to get this video out quickly for you guys. Yeah, man. Shit, dude. Every time I look at Volk, I'm worried. But at the end of the day, let's get right into it. Alexander Volkanovski takes on Diego Lopes in the UFC 314 main event at the Case Center in Miami, United States. And let's go right to the prelims. Early prelims, Nora Cornell takes on Haley Cowan. 8-2 record for Nora Cornell. 7-3 is Haley Cowan. I'm going to keep this one short and simple. I think Nora Cornell is going to win a dominant decision and might win by TKO late. But I think Nora Cornell is going to win this fight, man. More lesbian of the two, more tattoos from France. Yeah, man, I could see Haley Cowan kind of pushing her up against the fence. I'm just joking. I'm not going to try and get into the weeds of this fight. I'm going to say Nora Cornell wins this fight by decision. 30-27. Moving on up the card, my boy. The only reason this guy's in the UFC right now is because he's fucking Norma Dumont. But Marco Tulio and my other boy, the P-head, Tresean Gore. The Tresean Gore double guillotine run might come to an end. Guys, right now for the early prediction, I really do want to pick Tulio in this fight. I'm very leaning towards Tulio. I'm on the tape. I just think Tulio's much more dangerous on the feet than Gore is. Even though Gore is dangerous on the feet, Gore's got some crack, man. And Gore might be able to actually submit this guy or out-wrestle him. But we will have to see, man. I'm going to do more tape on this card, see about Tulio's grappling ability. Because I do believe Gore is going to be able to test Tulio's grappling in some way. But that being said, Gore is a striker in his base. He is a Muay Thai fighter at the end of the day. So I do think he's going to be able to have some moments on the feet. And he might actually knock Marco Tulio out. So I don't know, man. I'm going to do more tape study on this fight. But right now the early lean is going to be Marco Tulio via knockout in round 1. Moving on up the card to the flyweights. I don't know how the fuck Mitch Raposo's in the UFC. This guy was a bot on Tough. Got dusted. He thought he was the most confident. He thought he was that guy. Got smoked. I think it was by... What's his name? Fuck. Whatever. Sumu Duerji, though, he had a very, very close fight with Charles Johnson in his last fight, which doesn't look the worst. Johnson's pretty good at flyweight. I think he's 4-2 in the flyweight division. No, he might be 4-2 in the flyweight division. Johnson was on a 30-fight win streak going into the fight with Duerji, and he got it done, man. But he had a crazy fucking... Duerji looked great in that fight, and Duerji arguably won. You know what I mean? And his striking looked very, very crisp. And I actually think he's going to knock Mitch Raposo out in round 2. This is an early lean. I might switch it to Duerji by decision, but I'm very certain Duerji's going to win at the end of the day. So I'm actually going to say, don't be surprised if I don't switch this pick. Man, I'm pretty confident, even though 16-7 is an ugly record. These Chinese guys always have these weird records, but they're all way better than they look. And, Raposo is not good in my eyes. I don't think he's the best. I think he is coming off of a win. Let me just quickly go check their Tapologies. Why did I actually type in Tapologies? Are you fucking joking? UFC 314. Yeah, bro, I totally want O'Malley and Vera fucking signpost. No, he's coming off a loss. He went to a split with Andre Lima? Damn, and three losses in a row for Duergy isn't the best. But when you watch them fight, man, Duergy looks... but arm triangle by Elliott isn't the best. You know, I'm going to say Sumu Duergy wins this fight right now. I'm going to do more tape studies, see if Raposo can get that wrestling on him, but I don't think he will be able to. Raposo's never shown me anything good and never shown me anything special. So maybe unless he can change my mind tonight, or not tonight, next week, we'll see. Moving on up the card, 21 Savage takes on Jan Blachowicz from Walmart. I'm actually going to take Cedricus Dumas as the underdog here. I'm pretty confident Dumas is going to win this fight, guys. I think he's going to win this fight by outstriking Mikal on the feet for most of it, and I think he's actually going to hurt Mikal at some point. And Dumas never looks the best, but I don't really think he's going to be fighting this fight with a takedown threat. Like, Mikal goes for a takedown here and there, but I actually can see Dumas winning this one, and I think 21 Savage, Boom Gang, is going to get it done, bro. Fucking guy stole his nickname from Whitaker like a fucking retard, but yeah, I think Oleksiejczyk's been on a rough patch in his career, man. Armbarred and almost had his arm dislocated by Holland. Shara decision, which isn't the worst. And then Michel Pereira subbing him in 1 minute out cold. And before that, he KO'd Chidi, which isn't a bad win at all, which is actually a pretty good win because now he's a 3-0 undefeated welterweight. But then right before that, lost another fight to Caio Borralho by submission, rear naked choke. You know, Dumas' losses, though, are really bad as well. Josh Frem subbing you ain't the best look, and neither... I mean, Ruzaboev usually wins his fights via finish, and he eye-poked the shit out of Dumas before it. You know, Dumas out-wrestled Brundage for 3 rounds, beat his Aitar on the feet, beat Tallulah. I should have finished. You should finish Tallulah, dude. You should finish a guy like Tallulah. I reckon Oladipo, or not Oladipo, that's what my brother calls fucking Oleksiejczuk. I reckon Oleksiejczuk's got a chance to knock Dumas out with a big lugging right hand, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh shit, let's quickly go to the canceled fights. Carlos Prates and Jeff Neal. I would have gone Carlos Prates to win by round 2 TKO, but I think round 1 would have been a really hard round for him. I think he would have got caught with a lot of straight shots. Alberto Montez, this is the guy I think I was telling my boy about. Yeah, this guy. I would have actually picked Alberto Montez to submit Roberto Romero. I would have picked Armand. What the fuck? This was the fizzled fight. I would have picked Armand to rape Chandler in 2 rounds, ground and pound TKO. Pantoja submission round 4. I hope Gilbert Burns wins this fight, but you know, I think Michael Morales is gonna win when they fight. Yeah, man. I think Dumas is gonna be the pick as my first, I think, underdog of the night. Favorite underdog. Moving on up the card. We're going right back to another underdog. Give me Darren Elkins. The damage to out-wrestle and to break Julian Erosa. I don't think Erosa is going to be able to catch Darren Elkins in a submission. I don't think he's going to be able to knock Elkins out. Elkins is a big underdog in this fight, I think. I can see Elkins breaking him, man. Yeah, I think Erosa's coming off of that guillotine in the first round over C-Rod, but bro, C-Rod's a fucking fraud of a featherweight. Oh no, he beat Daniel Pineda by decision. TJ Brown by sub. Oh no, this is the wrong guy. It's like, what the fuck? When did he fight TJ Brown recently? Yeah, so he's coming off of the guillotine over C-Rod, which didn't age as well as we wanted. Then he's just on a 2-fight guillotine streak as well. Shit, I think both guys on a 2-fight guillotine streak. These guillotine merchants are getting cooked this card, and I think Darren Elkins is going to crafty bet himself his way to a win. I think he's going to actually win a really, really competitive war. Classic Darren Elkins War 30-27, or not War 30-27, War 29-28 decision. And yeah, man, moving on up the card. Give me DuBronx. Give me white DuBronx from America, from the favelas of Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, man, I'm taking he's from from Washington, U.S. But Jim Miller, 8'10". He's a classic vet. He's a legend of the game. Got that sub over. Why is everyone coming off of a fucking guillotine win? Hooper coming off of that first round armbar, which I called over Guida, which was perfect pick. Man, I do believe this fight's all in Hooper's favor, and I'm actually going to pick Hooper to win by club. Actually, not club and sub. I think he's going to actually look better in the striking, though, in this fight. I think he's going to be landing good shots on Jim Miller, but then I think he's going to take the back, take the neck, and I think he's going to rear naked choke Jim Miller in round 2. Jim Miller's tough. But I think Chase Hooper's far more skilled on the ground, younger, going to be cleaner, taking way less damage in his career, is going to be fucking 4 inches taller. Going to have a 3-inch reach advantage. I'm going to pick Chase Hooper by round 2 rear naked choke. I'm pretty confident in this pick. We'll see if that one switches. Moving on up the card, transgender, the ugliest fucking female on the roster. Virna Jandiroba takes on Jian Xiaonan. Fucking, of course, they always have it in reverse, Xiaonan Yan. Like, fuck off. It's Jian Xiaonan, bro. Just say it the first way it is. I'm going to take Jandiroba to win this fight by decision. I think she's going to win this fight 29-28, being able to take Xiaonan down. I think there's a slight chance she finds an armbar or a rear naked choke because Xiaonan's kind of available to those positions. If Wei Li got it on you, I think Jandiroba has kind of better jiu-jitsu than Wei Li. Obviously, Wei Li being a way more physical specimen than Virna Jandiroba. I can see Jandiroba getting the submission, but I'm going to say she wins for the fight by decision, 30-27. Dominating all 3 rounds with the grappling. Maybe Xiaonan has one moment on the feet. But moving on up the card, Sean Woodson, the sniper, the ugly alien, takes on Dan Ige. I want Dan Ige to win this fight. I think Dan Ige is going to not rock him, but have a moment where the commentators go, ooh! And Joe Rogan's going to be like, that was a big shot landed by Ige, man. And then DC's going to be like, oh, that one hurt him. But I ain't seeing that happen. I ain't seen him rocking Woodson. I don't see him knocking Woodson out. I think Woodson's going to be the way cleaner. Wow, 51% of on Tapology's going with Dan Ige. Wow. Okay, well, Ige's the slight underdog. I'm going to take Sean Woodson to win this fight by decision. I don't think Ige's going to knock him out. I don't think Ige's going to find his chin much. And I think if he does, yeah, he could put Woodson to sleep. But I'm going to say Dan Ige loses this fight. I think Sean Woodson's going to be able to pick him apart for a good amount of time. But then moving on to the light heavyweight division to start off the main card, the minor Nikita Krylov takes on the Devastator, Dominic Reyes. I'm going to be picking the underdog in Dominic Reyes here, guys. I think Reyes is going to win. I think he's going to knock out Krylov, bro. I think he's going to find the left hand on the feet. He's been looking much better. He didn't look good against Smith, though. He looked really bad against Smith. I might switch this pick, guys. This is really not a confident pick. I can honestly see myself going with Krylov at the end of the day because Krylov arguably being on Ankalaev, KO'd Gus, beat Ozdemir by points, and then sub-span with a triangle, which is a great win. even though that fight was really wacky and weird. Pick Krylov to win that fight. But yeah, man, I'm going to pick Dominic Reyes to find the left hand in round 2, and I think he's going to sit Krylov down and put him out. I think it's going to be a really cool first round between them. I think Krylov's going to have a moment on the feet where he hurts Reyes and everyone's going to shit their pants, but he's not going to break Reyes' nose this time. Reyes' nose is going to survive, and he's going to go on, and he's going to be able to... I mean, he's got a half-inch reach disadvantage, 1-inch leg reach disadvantage, but I think Reyes is just a better boxer. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Krylov's a better grappler, in my opinion, but I don't think he's going to be able to work takedowns on Reyes because Reyes has such great takedown defense, and no one's really been taking him down in his losses. Yeah, man. I'm going to say Dominic Reyes wins this fight, stopping the takedowns if Krylov shoots. I think he's going to chin Reyes with the left hand. Moving on up the card, Patricio Pitbull takes... I want to check the odds on this fight. This fight is 50-50 as it gets, guys. Yeah, Pitbull's the underdog. I'm going to be taking, guys. You know what, guys? I'm going to be taking Patricio Pitbull to win this fight by a first round submission on Yair Rodriguez. I think he's going to take Yair down. And I think he's going to find an absolute bomb of a shots on the ground. Pitbull's got nasty elbows on the ground, nasty ground and pound in general. The guy finished Michael Chandler at lightweight by knockout. Patricio's a fucking beast, and I've been waiting to see him in the UFC for a long time. This is a debut I've been kind of like MVP. This is giving me very, very MVP Holland vibes, this fight is. Especially with it being in Miami again. You know what I mean? That Bellator debut, big shot in Miami. Maybe Pitbull wins this fight by decision, being able to grind out Yair on the grappling. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to say Pitbull wins this fight by decision. Being able to grind out Yair with the grappling, I do think whenever it's on the feet, Yair's going to have a massive advantage. Not as in like, yeah, Pitbull can't strike. Pitbull can strike, but Yair, I think, is way more creative, way longer, way more technical. Gonna do way more things right and has a way higher chance of knocking out Patricio Pitbull. But I'm gonna say Patricio Pitbull wins this fight by out grappling Yair Rodriguez to a decision. Moving on up the card, good versus evil. Who the fuck am I gonna pick? In Gian Silva and Bryce Mitchell. I really, really want to pick Bryce Mitchell. He's nowhere near as bad. I believe the odds suggest, I do believe they have Gene Silva as a 3.5 to 1 favorite, which is an absolutely retarded odds. These are really bad odds. This fight should be way closer than it seems. I actually think if you're going to bet on this fight, wait, because people are going to be putting money in on on Mitchell soon. But if we want to go through Bryce Mitchell's career, man, he's only really lost to Ilya and Emmett. Emmett caught him. Ilya subbed him. Yeah, he got subbed on the Contender Series against Brad Katona on The Ultimate Fighter. But, you know, that fight shouldn't count on his pro record, should it? Oh, it says he's 17-2 here. Why does it say 17? Oh, yeah, I forgot they added one loss to him in the UFC because he fought on The Ultimate Fighter. Guys, I'm going to be picking, as an early prediction, I'm going to be picking Gene Silva to win this fight via knockout. I really, really do think Bryce Mitchell has a chance. But I feel like Bryce Mitchell's just too open on the feet, and I feel like his shots are going to be telegraphed at some point. Fuck Silva for having Lord tatted on his name. There is only one Lord up in the sky. But, dude, I really want Mitchell to win. but I can't see my number 3 or number 2 prospect in the UFC that I had in my top 10 prospects video getting cooked by a guy that just got flatlined by Josh Emmett, which doesn't look good because, bro, he couldn't find one shot on Murphy to chin him. And it's proved to me that Mitchell's striking defense is really bad. And I do think Mitchell's going to take down Silva in this fight. And I think Silva's actually going to win this fight by decision, guys. I think he's going to win this fight by being able to outstrike Mitchell and damage him really badly in between the takedowns. And I think they're going to side with damage for some reason in this fight. And I'm going to say Gene Silva wins this fight by damage-based decision on Bryce Mitchell. But I can see a Bryce Mitchell win. And I really want to pick him. And I'm going to do way more tape study on that fight. As well as fucking Paddy the Paddy. He's going to fucking sub Michael Chandler in one round. He's going to go in there and fucking sub him in front of the whole world. Mate, all of you retards picking Chandler. I can't wait 1 week to expose you fucking idiots. Bro, Chandler is going to get fucking destroyed in this fight. People don't understand. I don't think Paddy's the best fighter in the world. I don't think he's the cleanest, the most technical, the strongest, the most athletic, the best IQ. I don't think he's any of those. I think what he's got is plot armor and UFC marketing behind him. And bro, I think he's got enough jiu-jitsu skill to beat Michael Chandler. I think whenever they're on the feet, Paddy's going to be the first guy to really slow Chandler down. Yes, Chandler does really have big moments on the feet against everyone. If he had big moments on the feet, I should be expecting him to have a big moment on the feet against Paddy. And I do think Paddy is hittable. So it gives Chandler that chance. But I think Paddy's going to be very urgent to grapple in this fight. And I think he's going to be trying to get Chandler out of there the whole time. I can see Chandler not respecting Paddy striking at all. And Chandler getting cracked for it. But I think Paddy's got way more ways to win this fight. I think he's got this fight. I think he can win this fight by KO, by submission, or by decision. I think Chandler's only way to win this fight is by knockout or a really, really retarded way where he just holds down Pimblett for 3 rounds, which I don't think he'll be able to do. I think if he tries to hold Pimblett down for 3 rounds, he will get caught in a guillotine or a triangle choke, maybe even an arm bar. But maybe Michael Chandler just powerbomb KOs Paddy, but I don't even think so. I'm fairly certain Paddy Pimblett's going to win, and I think he's a steal at minus 155 odds. It was so dumb that they had him as the underdog against Bobby Green. Easy money in that fight. About to make easy money on Paddy again. Bro, let's go. Paddy Pimblett, round 2, rear naked choke, guys. Round 2, rear naked choke, watch. Faster than Oliveira. Watch this shit. And in the main event, oh my God. Oh my girl. My heart. I don't know who to pick. Well, you got to look at it like this. 3 favorites just won in a row. Brady, Moreno, Murphy. Is it time for an underdog to win in the main event? And is it time for a Diego Lopez brutal KO? Is it? Or is it the other option? The heaven option. Volkanovski gets clipped in round 1. Comes back. Puts on that classic Volk performance. Beats the shit out of Diego Lopez late. And finishes him on the ground in round 4. Via ground and pound. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. This is one of the most 50-50 title fights of the year. But for my early prediction, guys, we're going to be going with Alexander Volkanovski to win the fight. And I think he's going to win this fight via knockout in round 4. I think he's going to find a really, really tired Lopez in this fight. I think Lopez's goal in this fight is to knock out Volk in the first round. Seeing as Volk's coming off of those first 2 KO losses, dude, I believe he's going to be able to go. I do not see Lopez outskilling Volk over the course of 5 rounds. I think if this fight gets out of the first round, it's Volkanovski's fight. maybe early round 2, Lopez also has a chance, but Lopez will start to fade halfway into round 2. Anyone that says Lopez looks clean in all 3-round fights, he doesn't. He very, very gasses. He very, very much gasses. Gassed against Ortega, gassed against gassed against Ige, sorry. Gassed against Movzar, even though it was on short notice, I'll give him that one. I don't think Lopez is a fraud, don't get me wrong. I think he's good. I just think Volkanovski's going to cover a massive gap in skill. I believe he's so much better of a grappler than Diego is. I don't see Diego subbing him at all. I see a lot of ground and pound landing for Volk. I can see Volk making it boring. I can see Volk out leg kicking Lopez for 5 rounds, as long as he avoids the right hand in the first 2. And that's the only danger we got to worry about, guys. But Volk's got, he's got less reach, got less leg reach. I think Volk's going to be checking the kicks, even though he did get his. I think calf kicks are going to be landing a good bit though for Lopez and Volk. I think Volk's jab is going to be there for him. I think Lopez is going to be the much taller guy. Well, I don't think. I know he's going to be the much taller guy. But honestly, dude, if Volk comes in there with the right game plan, he really, really should win this fight on paper. And I'm going to do a lot of tape study in this fight. Like I'm going to do so much tape study for this fight. It's going to be unreal. But I'm going to say Alexander Volkanovski right now is my early lean to beat Diego Lopez via 4th round TKO. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to see Alexander Volkanovski start to win by 4th round TKO. Start to really tee off on Lopez in round 3. Lopez is going to be a tough motherfucker that he always is, but I see late into round 4, Lopez getting cracked with a meaty right hand. Volk always puts visual damage on people, a lot of visual damage. He really beats people up when he fights them. No one looks clean after a Volk fight, not even Ilya did. And yeah, man, I'm going to be praying and leaning Alexander Volkanovski to win via round 4 KO TKO against Diego Lopez to become the new and again undisputed featherweight champion of the world. And he's going to go fight Movzar in Abu Dhabi and school him. Guys, that's going to do it for the early UFC 314 picks. I will fucking see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, let's get some engagement in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.